I are coming to you again on our live feeds. We are so excited about this new system that we have that we wanted to even do another one today. So our topic today is about cellulite, and we want to chat with you about it, what it is, tips to get rid of it, and then Michelle's looked up some pretty cool stats. So I'll let Michelle go over like some of those stats with you as we get going.
So one of the main stats is, I think a lot of people think that there's people, Christy and I will have clients come in and be like, well, so-and-so, she doesn't have any cellulite. I'm like, oh, chances are she does. If you're a female, I just did some research, and over 85% of females have cellulite of some sort. It can appear actually kind of anywhere, but primarily where it appears is your stomach, hips and thighs, inner thighs, quads, like lower body area.
You may even have something that like goes down the sides of your legs. Most women that like Michelle, no matter what age you guys, just because you're above you're 50 years old and see cellulite, chances are you probably had it in your 20s. So even if you're in your 20s, we see girls with cellulite that maybe they go like right by their glute, hamstring area, they have cellulite. So it's very common to have cellulite. So don't think it's females, it's hormonal, it's different things like that. So I want to go over with you, and here comes my chalkboard dash. You're gonna see some stuff coming up on your screen. But what it is cellulite is a fat cell, a fat cell that develops in your body wherever you hold cellulite.
Right.
It doesn't have to be necessarily genetic, because honestly, not always is it genetic, and only 20% of your cellulite is genetic. So 80% is controlled environment, right? So once you gain a fat cell, those little squiggly lines that look like clouds. Okay, we're representing that as the fat cell. Once you gain one, you never completely get rid of it, but you can shrink it, right? So
Christy, really quick. So what causes you to gain cellulite and increase the fat is poor diet, toxins. Toxins are huge. Not drinking enough water, not exercising, sedentary lifestyles, the list goes on and on. So when Christy was talking, the 20% that's sedentary, or the 20% that's genetic, or you can't control the 20%, you can control the rest of it.
So when you start out with your fat cell, like let's say we have a lot of fat cells, and there's going to be different things flashing across your guys' screen. So just kind of pay attention to what we're saying here. But as you start out with these fat cells, right? As you add weight training, as you add reduce your sugar counts, as you reduce your body fat, these fat cells actually shrink and become less in size. All right, less.
Right.
Okay, so they become less in size, right? And as you keep going, consistency over time, again, like we've always said, Michelle and I have, as you keep going, they go even smaller and they reduce down to like what we like to call like tiny dots. Okay, tiny dots. I went over this to you guys before. So the dots are what we want. And I know that kind of sounds funny, but once you gain a fat cell, they don't completely go away. They just reduce in size. So hopefully that demonstration, or that what you guys saw come across your screen, you understand what a fat cell is. And we all have them. We gain them worse if like Michelle said, if you're overeating, if you're consuming toxins, all those bad things. So now let's go over what to do about those fat cells and how to shrink them down to the dots.
Right.
Right.
So like Christy said, when you have a fat cell, you maintain that. It grows in size as you gain body fat. Yes. It reduces in size as you reduce body fat. Okay. So our goal is to get it to a dot. And so right now your cell might be here, but as over consistency over time, over doing the things you should be doing, it will continue to shrink. And the article also said that men have it, kids have it, everyone has it. And sometimes it's not visible because where fat, where your fat is also, did you guys know, also is where water sits?
Yep.
So water retention, I don't know if you've ever noticed that. If you feel like you're puffy, just got back from maybe you went on a flight, flying can make you really puffy, and you're retaining a lot of water. If you've ever looked at your cellulite spots, they look worse when you're retaining water. And that's why, is because where your fat is where your water is going to sit. And toxins are going to go there too. It attracts all those bad things.
So again, let's go over the tips of how to get rid of the cellulite and how to get those dots Michelle and I are talking about. So number one, weight training for women is extremely important. And we're not talking about crazy hardcore weight training. We're just talking about adding a little bit of weight training as you get older and to reduce that cellulite. And something we always say, if you want to look good without any clothes on, you got to weight train. And the only way to look good without any clothes on, or very little clothes on, is to weight train and reduce that cellulite on your backside. So weight training and following a weight training program that's designed for you is really important.
Right.
The next one is cutting out sugar. We have went over this. If you listen to us at all, you know out there that we are against sugar. Not that we don't consume sugar, but you need to really, really try not to consume sugar. Sugar is extremely difficult on your bodies. It spikes your insulin levels. I don't know. Michelle, I'm sure you have comments about sugar, but
well, sugar is just kind of the enemy. Your insulin levels get all out of whack. So your fat cell, we're talking about cellulite and how to reduce cellulite. Visible cellulite, you can see, is when you start reducing sugar, sugar is toxic. Okay. Toxins lead to more cellulite. It makes that cellulite bubble grow. Okay. And we're trying to shrink it. So if you reduce your sugar, it starts to reduce that fat cell. And over a period of time, it becomes smaller and smaller. So strength training, cardio, I'm going to throw that in a little bit of cardio in there with some strength training, and reducing your sugar will help start reducing and shrinking that fat cell.
So if you learn nothing from us today, other than reducing sugar, focus just on that. If you just focus on that alone, you will see a decrease in the cellulite you have on your body within probably a week, you guys. It does happen that fast. It's kind of mind blowing. Because you start reducing your body fat, you start reducing your water retention, every good thing start happening for sure. And then our third tip is reducing body fat. It's about the only way to get rid of cellulite, or not get rid of it completely. Again, once you gain a fat cell, it never goes away. It just shrinks in size.
Right.
So again, it's really important to stay healthy throughout your life, and it's consistency over time. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a month. You know, good things might start happening within that month, but you have to really be consistent over time and really, really stay on track to do these things and to really get rid of cellulite the way you really want to get rid of cellulite.
Right.
So,
and let me also put out there that if you're out there and you're constantly working out and you're thinking you're doing right and you're weighing yourself on a scale and nothing's changing, but if you look in the mirror and something's changing, then that's probably the way you need to go. In fact, that is the way you need to go. The scale is not our friend as females. So I would encourage you to try something else to educate yourself. How much lean mass do you have on your body? How much fat mass do you have on your body? What's your circumferences? Take your measurements. Go get a tape measure. I don't have one right in front of me, but go get a tape measure. That's what we have our clients do. We train online. Our online clients send in their measurements because, you guys, I will tell you right now, how your clothes fit, what you look like through pictures that Christina and I look at all the time, and your measurements, your circumferences speaks volumes. The scale weight doesn't speak volumes to Christina and I. It's what you look like. And if you're reducing cellulite, if we look at the whole picture, if your abs are starting to come in, your obliques are starting to show, those are all good signs of those fat cells reducing in size. Cellulite, visible cellulite. Again, you can't get completely rid of it, but I would encourage you to make sure that you're using some sort of form of measurement versus the scale. The scale is not your friend.
And there's a lot of fancy scales out there that weigh you, and they give you your all the breakdown and everything. And I think those are okay. I don't think they're super. I haven't found one yet. And I'm pretty positive Michelle hasn't either, that we really, really believe in. We kind of do like the old school tape measure is honestly kind of a better way in a picture. And you may hate your pictures at first, but just take a picture, save it, maybe on your backside if that's where you have your cellulite. A month for later, take one picture and then compare the two objectively. And that's what we do. And that's our job. So if you need help, if you need to be inspired and look at our transformations online, go to TwinFitness.com. We're here to educate you guys on how to just improve yourself and make yourself feel better about yourself. And there's so much the good things that can go with reducing your cellulite. And I know we always usually focus on like the way you look, but the way you feel is really important as a woman as well. So just remember that. Go to TwinFitness.com if you need us for anything. If you need to reach out to us, we're going to try to do more live feeds like this. Our double live feeds are back, and we're super excited about them. And we're learning along the way with all of our fun graphics that we have now. So if you need us for anything, let us know. Happy Wednesday to everybody, and we will see you soon. Thanks.
Bye.